Samantha hosted her friends at home. They sat on the terrace drinking coffee and talking about life. At this time, Samantha's daughter, Joan, returned home. Samantha asked her to water the flowers in the area, and she took the watering cans without objection and put them in the right place. Samantha's friends were surprised. Did she follow your instructions without negotiations and discontent? They wondered. How does she help you around the house? The women asked. Samantha did not understand what caused such surprise and only nodded. Then she could not stand it and asked why her friends were so surprised. You what? Now our children are in a transitional age and they rebel for every reason. The fact that your daughter helps you around the house is fantastic. Share the secret. Are you paying her? Or do you have some kind of agreement? Or are you just playing a prank on us? The women did not believe. There is no secret here, and I do not pay any money for housework. But that's how I was raised, and I'm raising my daughter the same way. Samantha replied. Friends demanded an explanation. Okay, as a child, I was very curious, and my father often involved me in household chores, interested in such phrases as "Do you want me to show?" or "Have you ever seen how?" For example, when it was necessary to clean the yard, he asked, "Have you ever seen water evaporate in the sun? No? Then come on, I'll show you." We were walking and he took a hose and watered the yard with water. Then he said that the dust interferes with evaporation and it needs to be removed. Then the water will evaporate faster. We took brushes and started to sweep. Here, you see, the water has all evaporated and the asphalt is dry. For me, at that time, it was like magic. So he taught me and my sister how to cook. Have you seen how the paste in the water increases and becomes soft? My sister and I shook our heads negatively and he led us to the kitchen to my mother. It was the same with the flower beds. He asked if we saw how long the roots of the weeds were. He walked and played a game of who would pull out a weed with a large root, and so rid our flower bed of grass. For any action, he always had an interesting question prepared, as if he knew about everything in the world. It fascinated us, and even then when we became adults and understood this trick, we could no longer refuse. Even now, when we all come to our parents' house as a family, he can't just send me to the store for something he forgot to buy. He calls me or my sister Doctor of Science and asks slyly, "Have you ever seen adult daughters quickly run to the store for soda for their beloved father?" And my sister and I are two adult girls running to the store in a race. It's so sweet, but it worked for us, and it works for my daughter. Samantha's friends looked at each other incredulously. But that evening each called the woman back. They enthusiastically told her that it works, and their children have started to help and obey them. To make the child your assistant, interest him. Only interest and love are able to develop in him the desire to be useful and necessary.